Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
Number 53, People versus Shannon Phillips, 17132 FH.
But I'm trying to assistant prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Okay, Miss UCC, all rights reserved, is clearly a sovereign citizen. This should be interesting.
I believe this is a collections type of show cause.
I think so. It's actually listed on the docket as a probation violation, but the judge file indicates it's collection show cause. So,
Yes.
Your Honor, Mike Getty from the PD's office. If I might, I looked. It looks like there was a show cause. There's a show cause for failing to pay restitution, and also it looks like there's been collections matters in the past.
Yeah, there's a collections show cause set on August 10th, 2022. And this is, I think, just specific to the restitution because she was not complying with the payment arrangement for the restitution, and she's about to max out. It looks like it was hard to read. It looked like August 2nd.
So
her 5 years max.
yeah, so Agent Smith indicates that she's reached her maximum probation, and she said that she will not sign a promissory note, which is the requirement once we can no longer supervise them once they reach their max term. And she's eligible for discharge, but she indicated to let you know that she said she will not sign a promissory note.
Of course she won't sign a promissory note. She's a sovereign citizen. What do you expect?
okay, well, let's see if we can resolve this. Is Shannon Phillips or anyone representing her in court today? Ms. Phillips, are you there? Are you Shannon Phillips, who's identified as UCC 1-308, all rights reserved?
Yes, Your Honor. The person with the name UCC, all rights reserved, that is Shannon, and she's a sovereign citizen, and I'm pretty sure she's going to say some pretty foolish things throughout this court hearing.
Okay, well, there's no response to the court's inquiry. It's 4:30 p.m. on July 13th.
We hear you now. Are you Ms. Phillips?
UCC 1-308, all rights reserved. I am here on the special visitation of the all caps name.
What? Who are you?
Okay. Seeing no response to my request, it's 4:30 p.m. The matter was scheduled for 1:30 p.m. Agent Miller, I will sign a bench warrant upon your submission. Failure to appear.
Your Honor, could I haven't been appointed on this matter. Could I encourage the UCC person to acknowledge whether she is the Sharon Phillip? Otherwise, there'll be a bench warrant issued for your arrest.
My name is capital S, lowercase h, lowercase a, lowercase n, lowercase n, lowercase o, lowercase n.
Hi, my name is what?
My name is capital S, lowercase h, lowercase a, lowercase n, lowercase n, lowercase o, lowercase n. Can y'all not hear me?
Can you hear me now? Good.
My screen is lit up as if y'all can hear me.
Ms. Phillips, do you want a moment to speak with Mr. Gaddy before we proceed, or what would you like to do today?
Y'all can proceed.
I'm sorry, what?
Proceed.
Okay. Are you Shannon Phillips?
I am Shannon.
Okay. I'll sign the bench warrant when you issue it, Agent Miller. Feel free to send that up to my office.
I have for it to be dismissed with prejudice. How y'all gonna sign a bench warrant and I'm sitting right here?
I'm so glad this is yet another judge that's not playing along with these sovereign citizens. Excuse me, ma'am, they're issuing a bench warrant for failure to show up to court. You are not answering to the name that they have on file. They are not willing to play your silly game.
I told y'all what my name was.
Number 56, People versus Tyree Pitts, 21535 FH.
They mad.
I'm trying to assistant prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Excuse me, ma'am, but the court isn't mad. They're simply moving on. The judge has already issued a warrant for you. By the way, you're on mute, so they can't even hear what you're saying.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Go to Florida.
I do not consent.
And reside.
I do not
reside with his grandmother in Florida for the balance of probation, and have no contact with his.
On the supplemental, People versus Deirdre Woods, 22230 FH, 22229 FH.
I'm trying to assistant prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Woods, Your Honor.
Truth Science here on behalf of YouTube, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
I lost my true religion. Almost lost my true religion.
Ms. Woods, can you hear us?
No.
How did you know to say no if you couldn't hear me?
You never know when I'm around, you never know when I'm awake, you never know when I'm dead, you never know when I'm asleep.
What?
Okay, can you hear us now, Ms. Woods?
I can't hear a motherfucking thing.
Okay. Well, so I'm thinking what we need to do.
Ain't no thinking at all. Ain't no thinking at all. Let me out of here. That's what the fuck I just got popped for. It is what it is. Live by.
Have you had a chance to speak with a lawyer, Ms. Woods? Has the public defender reached out to you?
Your Honor, I did go to visit Ms. Woods this morning at the jail. And did not make it very far. I don't know if she's disrobing.
It appears that way, Mr. Gaddy. At least it does appear that way. Yes.
Your Honor,
so I'm not really sure we can proceed today. I don't really know what we need to do about new dates. We can adjourn this a week and see. She has the right to be arraigned, but if she's not going to participate, all I can say for the record is that I would accept her her, this is a failure to appear bench warrant. So there's not even a plea of not guilty. So all I can do really is reset a pretrial on this matter.
And I believe is this on your docket, Your Honor?
It is. So Judge Swartz is covering next week. We can do it next week.
That may be appropriate to let Mr. Feaster talk to her, and perhaps some sort of referral may be necessary.
All right. Well, I'll just note for the record that Ms. Woods was brought by transport to the hearing, has elected, it appears, to not participate as well as to disrobe during the hearing. So at this time, I'm going to just state for the record that the arrest was made pursuant to a bench warrant in both files because of a failure to appear. So what we'll do is we'll adjourn the pretrials in both matters to July 20th at 1:30 p.m. Judge Swartz will be covering the docket next week, but Mr. Feaster will have an opportunity to speak with her and we can proceed from there. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. So I'm sorry, Mr. Gaddy, it's going to be you again. This is my case, but Mr. Feaster isn't going to be here next Wednesday. Judge Swartz is covering Judge Brown's docket, not my docket.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if Judge Swartz was covering Monday too. So we're going to set it for
No,
next
he's
Wednesday.
not. He's not. So we're going to do this next Wednesday. And if Mr. Feaster wants to do you the solid and help out, that's great. But otherwise it's you. Okay.
Okay, Your Honor, I think if it's my call, then some sort of referral will happen.
Okay. Well, you take that up with Judge Swartz.
Thank you.
We're going to do this next week.
So is this going to be set for a pretrial or just a rearrangement on the bench warrant, Judge?
All right, I'm going to let you tell me. Do we need to rearraign the defendant? Clearly there was no participation. She was represented, but I am concerned about her mental state. So why don't we just call it a rearrangement? That might make more sense for Judge Swartz because he's really not going to conduct a pretrial because that would be on my docket.
That's fine, Your Honor. A rearrangement.
I will confess that I've never had a defendant disrobe in front of me before, so it's knocked me off my game a little bit today. So if I'm struggling right now, that's why. So for the rest of the world, I'm just letting you know there is in fact a first time for everything, and that was for me today. So we're going to have her scheduled for an arraignment on the bench warrant next Wednesday in front of Judge Swartz. Mr. Gaddy, you can handle that, and then we'll go from there. I think that clears up the record. I'm going to just take a deep breath, and we'll be good to go.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but in this woman's defense, it was like 95 degrees in that cell, so she just took off her clothes to try and get a little cooler. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do appreciate it. I think that's probably much more helpful than waiting for your next having her sit to your next docket.
Okay, very good. All right, I got to just make a note here. Let's see.
I had one friend.
Keep your clothes on. I don't even know who that is, but keep your clothes on.
Numbers 28 and 29, People versus Alfredo Hernandez, 2285 FH, 2368 FH.
Armstrong, Assistant Prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Michael Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor. He
Hello.
is here.
All right.
I didn't see him. There he is.
Mr. Hernandez, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Today's the date and time set for a pretrial in the one case, so that's
He has some shirt on there.
okay. Did everyone get the memo to come to court naked today? So we're going to pass this, Mr. Hernandez, until you put a shirt on. I'm going to give you a second, everyone, to get dressed, and I'll be right back. Because look at me, I'm dressed.
Court is back in session.
I don't care who you call, because let's call someone who has clothes on.
What?
All right, we are back on the record in the People versus Alfredo Ramirez Hernandez. Mr. Gaddy, on his request, on his behalf, has asked to have Mr. Hernandez assessed so that we are programming for success rather than failure. So I'm going to adjourn the pretrial and the violation of probation hearing, but we'll adjourn both of those to August 17th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Ramirez,
Thank you,
next
Judge.
time you come to court, be dressed and sit up straight.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Vamos pra